Testing. Testing 1, 2. God damn it. Rest in power, John Witherspoon. Robert Jebediah Freeman. Expert physicist, soccer star, ex UFC welterweight champion, civil rights activist, veteran, war hero. Robert, aka Mr. Bitches, is what is best described as an eccentric loner. He scraped and bowed his head to keep out of as much trouble as he possibly could. And that, well, it got him this far. He got him this house, on the grounds that he outlived his son or daughter. Robert is a humble liar. He said it himself. He likes when people lie to him. It means they care enough to spare his feelings. And that's the sentiment that is often left unfounded by his many entanglements throughout the series. Don't hit your kids. It's called soft parenting. However, soft parenting is for soft churn. He bagged the baddie without the car. Wow. He bagged the baddie without the car. She did, however, notice her manager's car pull up. Run, bitch, run! The nigga moment analysis. Wait, what am I getting mad about? I'm white! Clock out. Robert really is a badass, even if all he did was beat up a blind dude. I never realized the irony of when Granddad pretended to be blind. The ending killed me, because he almost got away with it. At least the exhibit let him keep the car. And a part of me feels like that's all you need? The Luther and every food shown in this episode looked delicious. For anyone who hasn't recreated this abomination in your local sheets, the Luther is a sweet yet salty sandwich, much like Chef's chocolate balls. Tom's singing lives rent-free in my head. I didn't realize at first that this was this whole 4D chess scheme by Wansler Sr. But hopefully this whole fiasco lined the Freeman's pockets, if only for a moment. I thought Riley's painting was depicting his parents, but it's just Granddad. In order to help the family's familiar, Tom, they bring back a pimp named Slickback, voiced by Cat Williams. You have to say the whole word like this. It's good to know Granddad doesn't hold any ill will, if it's to help him. A pimp named Slickback, voiced by Cat Williams, has at least 242 bitches. What number was for Cristal? This was the best opening, probably. Probably my favorite episode. The Granddad underwear scene is way too much. And I saw the man's cock. Exhibit comes back to help Granddad make a diss track. You know, I feel like they're still about something with these episodes. Crazy killer kung fu wolf bitch Luna had a point. The only weakness of the death penalty, besides killing the wrong guy, is that they can only hang you once. She stayed up all night waiting for the family to get out of the bathroom. Luna's backstory lives rent-free in my soul. Really dark ending. I don't think she was irredeemable. Granddad's cousin beat up Ruckus. Granddad's cousin beat the shit out of Ruckus, which is hilarious. I, for one, can relate to having unsavory house guests. Catcher Freeman is an American hero. Ruckus's recollection is how Republicans and Kanye remember slavery. The stink meter dream sequence, it shows the anxiety, or in this case foresight, for stink meters return. This episode coined the term nigga synthesis. It is an action of when you collude with others in the community, using hate as the glue. You know, having friends. We all know the fight is stolen, but it's still good. The crab metaphor scene is what these menaces are all about. If I'm going to die, everyone is. I'm sure the whole family has separate Wikipedia pages and one conjoined one for the whole Freeman clan. Hey, do you think Huey and Riley's parents have one? Bushido Brown comes back. Unfortunately for the last time. Jackass. This episode was definitely banned. I didn't even know it existed until recently. Can Tyler Perry beat the allegations?
No, bullshit aside. Can I please just have some ass? Okay. Wait up.
A cigarette and a glass of orange juice is underrated. Peak. I know I was like, is he his son? Lando is a twisted black mirror of Robert Freeman. He is strong, charming, knows martial arts, good at sports, runs with liberty politics, prone to substance abuse, and moose swings. Perhaps BPD is what I would say if he was really Granddad's son. You see, we have a status quo over here in the Boondocks, and this might be the beginning of Zombie Boondocks. Status quo stress test number 1. Granddad finds the perfect woman and promptly messes it up. Granddad's BPD is flaring. This may be Granddad's lowest point, if he was in God's good graces. There's a woman in the drug commercial that looks like Kitty Pryde from the X-Men. God, I want to gargle some honey nut Cheerios in my mouth. Granddad does jerk-ass stuff, but we all know he isn't gonna get arrested or keep smoking weed. Those things do not come to pass, and the status quo is cemented even further. Maybe the new series will be held in LA. Robert appears self-aware of this status quo wacky adventure type bullshit. This current adventure is debt. Like soul-crushing debt. Like consider seppuku debt. Ah, the good times intro. We meet Ed's dad, and he's Italian mafia type. Granddad sells the family into slavery to release the debt and cementing the status quo and making the Freeman family professional gangsters. And physically as poor as slaves. Very relatable. Breaking Bad reference. Nice. The family is poorer than ever. What's worse is Ruckus is on top. Bombshell's song is a bop. Breaking Bad reference again. Granddad becomes a prostitute. So that came full circle. How did he afford Ruckus to babysit? And why did Ruckus agree? Doesn't matter. The status quo is resolved like a rubber band. Goofy close up of Granddad on the end, and it's like, what? Recounting Granddad's life. Favorite episode. Ruckus may be a similar age to Robert, making him 70 to 85. Robert is a badass. Ruckus really is a villain in this episode. Probably the whole series. Certainly an antagonist. Yes, as a result of slavery, Granddad is on a reality show. Granddad really learned how to be secure. I'm proud of him. The Kardashians messing up Kanye West's mind joke aged like wine. One of the women getting an ass implant looked a lot like Granddad's old sugar mama, who he left for a white woman. I learned two things this episode: the origins of Caucasian and Caucasus Mountains, and that O blood types can't make AB churn. Yes, I'm stupid. Next question, please! The ending was really sad. But if telling my stories would get me to 99 subscribers, I'd fold too. Granddad is old and doesn't know phones. When has Granddad ranting ever solved anything? Granddad keeps Ruckus around just to play checkers with. He just wants to beat Ruckus. Boondocks are as worse when it focuses on the subject of parody instead of politics with multiple viewpoints. This episode aged well in the way that technology only got better since. Think of it, it's like 2023 as of the point of this recording. And we have 2023 voice AI, swatting, Photoshop. Robert finally broke the status quo and got an iPad in the end. I was looking forward to this episode. Stink Meter, Part 4. This was the rematch of Legends. This may actually be Granddad's lowest point. Not for nothing, he got jacked. I could only guess that he did a bunch of push-ups, sit-ups, and drunk plenty of juice for this match. I mean, hey, if he was gonna be forced to fight multiple bouts against the motherfucker he hates the most, all on pay-per-view, I would want to start out strong too. The status quo has officially changed in Stink Meter. But honestly, did he ever really leave? If the ending theme had Stink Meter humming the ending, it would have been my favorite episode. Ooh, Granddad references the Freeman clan. Granddad had a good point. All Riley had to do was read the paper. Riley proved to be a pretty retarded. What we have here is a man with not a lot of time left. A man who will say and do anything to get out of the trouble he knows he wants no part in. Robert is not perfect. But when backed into a corner, you will find a heart of gold. One of compassion and sympathy. Even for the likes of an Uncle Ruckus type. And Kanye and Kanye, and Kanye, and Kanye, and Kanye.